Hello and welcome to Patricia's Orchids. Today I would like to share with you some of my balloons, spikes, and one or two surprises from the first 2 weeks in August. My first surprise was my Cattleya Lueddemanniana decided to bloom. Unfortunately, one of the blooms got burnt when it was touching the glass. I'll cut it off later, but it still has a lovely scent. But yeah, so my Brassia verrucosa is still in bloom also. The hot weather didn't seem to affect the quality of the blooms. The green on the sepals and petals has faded a little. Some of the freckles on some of the blooms have started turning red. Not sure if this is due to the age of the blooms or the previous hot weather, but I still think they look cute. Not sure how much longer they'll last. This is also a first time bloomer. This is my Brassavola cuculata. I got it in November 2018 at the BOC Congress that was held in Ruthlington School. I did take it off its mount last year and remounted it on fresh cork. That seems to have perked it up a lot. So I'm quite happy. And this is my Vanda cerulea. It is in spike again, and the spike has grown quite quickly. It looks like it may have lost 2 buds. Usually it has at least 8 on the spike, but we'll see what happens. And this is it a week later. The buds have grown quite quickly. There are 8 blooms on it, but it did lose 2, so it should have had 10. So the blooms seem to be increasing every year. Also, the second spike has started to grow. Usually it would be on the other side, but for some reason it's on the same side. And this is my Cattleya mantakira, or Sophronites mantakira as it was formerly called. You can see how the leaves form sheaths over the buds. You can just see the buds in there. I'm quite happy with this plant. I find it one of the easiest of the mini cats to grow and bloom well. White on the leaves is basically limescale. Unfortunately, I ran out of rainwater and I used tap water in my misting system. And that was over a year ago now. It's still not come off. Not nice. So the first bloom opened a couple days. Then 1 week later, more blooms and more buds starting to show. So yes, this is one of my favorites. Oh, and this is another one of my favorites. This is my Dendrobium Lamia. It is a deciduous dendrobium. I treat it much like I do with Nobile type. This is spent blooms already, and it's got 3 more coming. It's not as good as the previous year, but I only had it about 19 months now. So I'm still getting to know how best way to grow it. So I tied this one down so the roots could get to the wood. And I am not going to even attempt to pronounce the genus name, but this is my Gilded Tower Mystic Maze. This is another one of my regular bloomers. No detectable scent, but I find it easy to grow and bloom. It grows 2 pseudobulbs a year. Each grows a spike. Each spike has 9 to 11 blooms each. And it lasts a reasonable amount of time. And they do have a lovely pattern on them with spots. So that's my Mystic Maze. Vanda filicata or Neo-Phoenicia filicata. This is the Amami Island variety. My Prostakia Radiata is another one of my regular bloomers. It has a strong floral, slightly spicy scent that can be overpowering, but it usually blooms earlier in the year, but for some reason it's bloomed quite late this year. It usually blooms on all the previous year's growth, so this year it grew 5 new pseudobulbs, so I'm expecting 5 spikes next spring. So I started with a surprise blooming, and I'll finish with a surprise blooming. So this is my Cattleya Purpurada, the one that was supposed to be a striata and was a normal tipo variety. As you can see, it has decided to bloom again. Let's just see if I can. So there's 2 buds that have come out. I don't know how this will, at least I think that's all there is there. That's all I can see is 2 blooms, so I assume that's what that is. So this will be interesting to see how it, what the flowers are like. But, yeah. I'm quite happy with that. I think because of the strange weather. Well, British weather is pretty strange to begin with. We had a warm spell for quite a while, and then we had a cooler spell. Then we had another warm spell. And now I've got buds. Thanks for watching. Bye.